when you work for yourself, like you never, nothing's for free anymore, so you pay for everything. Yeah. Right, good morning. I'm going to say hello to Angela and Ruth and Jenny and anyone else who's missing. Chris, loads of you did a recording. If I don't see you, I will. I'm on next Friday, so that's fine, but I'll say Merry Christmas to those of you that, you know, in case you're not around. Okay, let's start. So we're going to focus on, we'll focus on you today, Paul. So we'll do some lots of, and I know a lot of people at this time of year particularly have quite bad backs, so we'll do a lot of back strengthening and stretching today. Yeah, so a nice strength workout, but lots of deep stretching. So keep the shoulders down, and as always, we're just going to warm up the calves as we come up, and just gently think about that gentle connection into core, so a little bit of navel to spine. And try not to come up so far that your ankles start to laterally tilt. So always feel like you are pushing that big toe into the mat. Let's do 5 more for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then we'll just keep a narrow stance. So keep the hips backwards as we just gently, nice and slow, and then gently back in. And again, so you should always be able to lift the toes in a squat. I mean, you don't have to lift them, but just always check that you can lift them. It means the knees are in good alignment. Good. And again, keep that gentle connection. Let's do 8 more. For 3, 2, and 1. Well done. We'll keep just kind of stretching and mobilising. So just have 4 pelvic circles. Obviously, if you want to avoid too much flexion or extension, you can do a tiny little circle, or if you like a bigger movement. And just close your eyes and just notice as you take the hips in one direction, does it feel a little bit tight through the SI joint area? And then 2 more. Beautiful. Well done. We'll take a nice, we'll keep doing some nice stretching in between. So just take one hand onto the wrist and then push the hips out, really pulling on that wrist to get that lateral stretch of the spine. Take a breath in and out. In and out. 2 more. Last one. And then back to centre. And again, even in this, just as one side a little bit tighter. Pull on that wrist. Breath in. Two more. Last one. And back to centre. 2 big circles. Good. Let's just mobilise through the shoulders. So take arms out. If you've had enough through the calf, just keep the feet down. If you want to work the calves a bit more, you can come up onto heel. Yeah, it's usually a bit of clicking. And we do this. And again, so out, retract, out and lower. And again, retract, out, lower. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, beautiful. And then let's just see if there's any tension in the calf muscle. So just send that that back heel into the mat. Take a beautiful in breath. And out. In. And out. 2 more. Last one. And then just gently come into that front knee. Keep that front knee bent. Tuck your tailbone a little bit, and we're just going to lift and lower. Keep your arms where they are. Lift. So think more about length of the leg as opposed to height. It really is just a little pulse. It's almost like a little pulse of the butt. Hip extension, strengthening the glutes. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep pushing that big toe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Take that foot over the other, and then again just push out. Take a beautiful in breath. And out. In and out. Cole, you can keep doing that if you want, and I'm just going to come into kind of that roll down, but remember that's on your back leg, so we don't want. Take an inhale through the nose, out through the mouth, in, and gently back. Beautiful. Let's now go to that other side. So take the leg back, out, draw the tummy in, and then lift and squeeze, 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 squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Let's stretch that calf first. So push that heel into the mat. Take a beautiful in breath. Out through the mouth. In through the mouth. Out through the mouth. Last one. Beautiful. Bring that foot over the standing foot. Reach up. Just push again. Continue doing that if you need to avoid flexion or come into an IT band stretch with me as we roll down. Again, taking some deep inhales. And out. In. And out. And then bend the front knee if you're doing it with me, and just gently, gently come back to centre position. Well done, guys. Beautiful. Okay, let's strengthen, a little bit more strength and conditioning again. So into our lunge. Remember, we don't want to be upright like this, so just take the weight, keep a nice straight back, but weight slightly forward, so you're taking it into the butt cheek as well as the quadriceps. And let's nice long stance. Let's take it down. Let's do 60, nice and slow. Yeah, eventually stops, doesn't it? Very good. 2, lovely. 1, and then again, just hand into the front knee, just drive the heel down again. A couple of deep in breaths. And out. In. And out. Well done. Let's switch sides. So again, and depending, you know, sometimes the knee goes down to the floor on one side and it doesn't. This is my ankle that I broke that's at the back, so it's always harder for me to get down. More for 10, 9, done. Weight into the front knee, drive that heel down, just feel that stretch, just work there, Paul. I gave you a resistance band, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The problem is I tied it up and we're a small one. La 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 la. Just give me a second, guys.
It's always a mistake tightening up.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's show it there. I might just show people how to use these ones as well. Okay guys, so again, like I say, we're going to focus a little bit on strength and stretch today. So let's come into our weights. So I'm, feeling like just give me 1 second. I just need to check. Sorry guys, where's my phone? Now I can't check as it's recording. Someone were letting me know if they were coming for a massage at 10, but it's no problem. Okay, so knee forward, draw the belly in, shoulders down, and we're just going to lift. Really focus on that slow movement. As much control on the way down as on the way up. Hips nice and forward. Sometimes we'll lift that leg, but sometimes it's really nice just to keep the pelvis still. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just again overhead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And just notice when you're doing 2 at a time, we often just do 1. I can feel when I do 2 that definitely the left side's just a little bit more a little bit more impinged. 2 and 1. Well done. Take that front foot forward and then weight slightly forward. So nice straight back and then just out and then in. No swinging. 2 with control. 3. So the weight's just come to the side of the chest, not to the front of the body. Into tricep. And for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Just take the other foot back now and then lift your arms sort of nice and high. So chin to chest, arms as high as you can but without letting the shoulders hike up. And just pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. You'll be glad you didn't have the orange ones.
Yeah.
Just gently place one down, nice and slowly. Yeah, just go easy. Just take one foot out to the side, shoulders down, and we're just going to lift for 16. Quite hard abduction. Take your arm ever so slightly back of the midline. Suddenly got warm in here.
Yeah.
I had the heater on this morning because it was free. I was doing some admin and it was freezing. 8, 7. So if you're going on your Christmas party tonight, guys, if you're watching this today, drink lots of water too. 4, 3,
Healthy hydrating.
2, and 1. Well done. Then the other side, shoulders down, lift. Yeah, I think we're going to hammer tonight. You know, hammer on. If you've not been, it's do you know the restaurant on the corner in Roundhead that used to be the toilets many years ago?
Oh yeah.
So it's now a Korean restaurant. It's
Oh,
been there for,
wow.
so it was the steak one, wasn't it? Chop House for a while. But it's nice, and it's Jude's birthday today, so 6, 5, and through the crown of the head. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Well done. We'll try and do every sort of action we can. So now front raise. So lift and lower. Lift. Nice control. Six more. 6, 5, further the side, 12, so shoulders down, try and always keep them shoulders away from your ears, and 12. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Just give yourself just a little sway just before you reach for that other weight again, so just be careful. We'll just do some internal external rotation as well. So shoulders down, lift into this position, draw the tummy in, rib cage down, always think about core, and then 1, 2, so don't let them ribs come up and away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then just into dumb waiter. So again, rib cage closes. 10, 9, 8, 7. I've got an itchy nose. 6. Who has an itchy nose in this class? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, little itchy nose. You get an itchy nose, anyway. And then we're just going to do horizontal flexion and extension. So not easy, these ones. We're just going to push back first. So you take one arm up into abduction, shoulder blades down, and just pulse back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then forward. 8, 7, length through the crown of the head. 6, 5, 4. We've got some stretches coming up there with it. 3, 2, 1. Good. So you can usually tell which actions you're not very strong in because they're obviously much harder. And then the other side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then forward. 1, 2. Add out. 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm so glad I didn't have the orange ones. And then place them down. Well done. Just give your hands just a little bit of a kind of, this action, just to loosen the wrists and the fingers again. And then just take your palms towards you and your ring finger, one next to your little finger. Bring it in, then the next finger, then the next, and then turn the back of the hands, and then again. 3 more, just to get that mobility back. And lovely. Well done. Take one foot over the other. The same hand as the leg that's in front, just bring it out, and just pull it across. Nice, yeah. Yeah, if you do weights at home, guys, or strength work, push-ups, always make sure you stretch out. You want to lengthen those muscles out again. And then the hand that's kind of closest to the body, take it behind the back, bring the other hand on your head, and then just come into that really nice, well, it might not be nice, it might be just release it a little bit if it's too painful. I've been trying to do more back neck this week. So you can take the chin towards the chest. Sometimes that's too much for me. Today it feels alright. And it just gets a little bit more into the traps, them upper back muscles as well as the neck. Two big deep breaths in and out. Last one. Well done. Just gently back to centre, and the hand that's behind the back, bring it up high, press it in, push that elbow in towards the mid-scap, take a lovely inhale through the nose. And out. In. And out. Last one. Well done, beautiful. Let's go to the other side. So again, leg same amount as the leg that's in front goes out front. We'll bring it into that deltoid stretch, that shoulder muscle area. Good, and the hand that's in front, bring it behind the back. Try not to let the shoulder kind of edge forward. So you really want to open up the chest. Bring that other hand, and then again, notice if there's any difference on each side. This is usually my really bad side. But again, it feels not too bad today. So chin towards the chest. Last one. Beautiful. Back to centre, the hand behind the back, then comes up, brings it in to tricep, push down, take again forward, big deep breaths in now. And relax, just take 2 circles, and let's come down nice and gently onto the floor. And we're just going to come into our cow to cat again. Remember, for some people, cat is better than cow. So just if you want to stay in cow that bit longer and you just want to come back to neutral, you can. Sometimes it's just nice to do a couple of little kind of just almost pelvic imprint. Imagine you're on the mat and you're just moving your bum, just to release any tension before you go into your full movement. So into cow, spread the fingers. Yeah, take a nice in breath. And out. In. I'm going to out and then go into cat, sorry, you don't have to if you don't want. Take a lovely in breath in that. And back to cat, cow. Can't get my cows and cats right today. I need to meow. And then maybe don't moo. When I did my training, when was it, 2012? Oh, 12 years ago. One of the assessors got in touch with me about a year later and said, "Hiya Joe, I wondered if you," I think probably because I were a mature student as well, but she said, "Oh, I've been thinking about you and I do this thing called Smarty Pilates. I think you'd be amazing for it." And they provide all the lesson plans and it's basically teaching children. But I looked at it, I thought, oh, I can't take myself seriously. So you do things like this with the kids and you'd obviously go, moo, and then you do snake sounds and all sorts of stuff. And I'm sure someone would be amazed at it, but I thought, oh no, I love kids, but I just, yeah, I prefer teaching adults. And one more. And back to neutral. And then just take your right foot back, push the mat away, really feel like you're connecting through the core, so draw the navel away from your trousers, and then bring the other leg back into that plank position. If it feels too much today, you can always take knees down and just draw the belly in. And we're just going to hold. We're only holding for about 15, so that's about 10, 9, really push the mat in, lift the breastbone for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're taking the bottom up high, walk the hands back a little bit and drive the heels towards the floor, but don't hold it, just have a little kind of bouncing. So we're just taking the heels down and then we're releasing them. Taking them down. Again, don't worry if you can't get them down. For 5, 4, 3. So a nice long downward dog. There's less chance of you getting the heels down, but you provide that lovely, lovely lengthening of the spine and some space for the discs. And then just take the heels down, just hold. Take some lovely in breaths. And out. In. And out. Come back into your plank just for a second to bring the knees onto the floor. Flatten the feet, walk the hands back a little bit, walk forward a tiny bit if you feel you need to. And then bring the elbows backwards nice and slowly, chin and chest to ground into our upward dog position. So yeah, some people struggle with upward dog. I had a guy yesterday. So you know, you don't have to do it if it doesn't feel right, just go into a child's pose. And then just now, everyone come into a child's pose, just gently back. Take a lovely in breath. Yeah, I'm going to say don't go too far, Paul. And then back up again into 4-point kneeling. And we're just going to do that one more time. Take the right leg back and the left. Push the mat away. Draw the belly in. Heels towards the floor. Feel strong through the core. For 10, 9, 8. And then we're going to take the hips up again. This time we're walking the hands a little bit further back into that narrower downward dog. And we're just going to drive the right heel towards the ground and we'll just bend the left knee. Hold. And again, just notice, we carry most people, me at probably the tightest part of my body, my calves. So for me, downward dog is it's just a part of my life. It just helps me get up in the morning, run down the stairs without feeling 120. And then take the other heel down, like I used to do before I did downward dog. Hold. Beautiful. Let's do one more each side. And again, just notice if you did this for like a minute, 2 minutes, your calves would feel so much better by the end of it. And then switch again. Beautiful. Back into that plank position. Take the knees down. Final cobra type position, downward dog, upward dog, sorry, bring the elbows back, chin and chest to ground, reach up. Some people like to take their legs away, I don't, I prefer my knees and my shins down, but that's just me. Take a breath in. And then either keep like that if you want, or you can come into a wide child's pose with me. Take some deep inner breaths. And relax. Well done. We are going to come back onto 4-point kneeling, guys. I know some people struggle with wrists, but it's very important that we strengthen our wrists for bone density. But we're leaving it for now, just to give our wrists a little bit of a break. And we're going to come into our glute work. So the best thing for lower back pain is the glute strength. So Paul's got one. You can get bands that are just like that, like a circle that Paul's got, but I don't know what I've done with them because I tied it up yesterday. So you can, if you've got, most people have these ones at home. So you want to kind of, my friend once bought me like sandwich, you know, little clippers that you put on like sandwich bags.
Oh yeah.
And they're brilliant because you just clasp them like that. But again, who knows where they are now? They'll be in a Tupperware drawer somewhere. Okay, so You want to have it, you know, not around the kneecap, you just kind of, just above kind of mid-thigh or whatever. So we're going to do clam first, so keep the heels in line with the bottom. You can always do clam like this. You don't get very far, but it's not about getting far, it's about keeping the hips level. I just like a little bit more rotation. So you can see these ones are not quite as good because they'll roll up. Do you know what I mean? Whereas them ones stay a little bit more kind of one size, but they're all right. So yeah, Paul was saying last week his glutes were killing him. Not as bad as mine, Paul, because I then did a reformer class, and the first one of the exercises we did, we had to lunge with one leg on the floor and then push the carriage back with this one to work the glutes. And I was really struggling, I thought, until I realised that I'd not heard Holly say take 2 springs off, so I was doing it with 3 springs. My bum literally was, when I did the other side, it was beautiful, because then I realised that I was only supposed to be doing it with 1 spring on. So yeah. So word to trainers out there, shout a bit louder when you give your instructions. 4, 3. But you can tell that little bit more difference, can't you, when you've got a resistance on. It just, so yeah, if you go to a physio, they'll always give you a resistance band. I'm obviously too kind. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, I've got my Christmas party this week. I want to, I think Emma's coming on Sunday. And then you can just kind of take it down like that into the sort of side outer lateral calf and just lift up, lift up, lift up. Again, make sure you're keeping that core engaged. Nice. Oh, this is awful. And I realise when I don't use resistance, I can't believe how much harder it is. I'm going to start encouraging them. I might buy them ones actually. I've got some, but that's quite a strong one that I think you need like a heavyish one, don't you? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. I don't think my bum's recovered from last Friday. And then I'm just going to gently take mine off. No, take it off for circles, guys. Bend the front knee, draw that waist up, so feel like you've got a gap underneath your waist. Lengthen the top leg, lengthen the bottom hand, and let's just circle. The first one hurt. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle back. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to hold it there because I can't do any more. And then well done. Come on, 2. We've got some hip extension glutes to do as well. Oh wow. And then just push that knee away. You can always keep your foot on the ground, guys. Oh yes. Got to wear heels this weekend. Well, I don't have to, but I want to. Instructed Martin, he's got to get the outdoor lights on. I love outdoor lights. He's been so busy this week. He said, I promise I'll do them tomorrow. And I'm like, right, so I'm hoping it's not raining. And then pull it over. He was going to do it last week, but it was awful, wasn't it, the weather?
It's supposed to be lovely tomorrow.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Going into town tomorrow to listen to some music. I'll send you the link. I don't know if you remember. Oh, you might be hungover, but I'll send the link actually. I put it on some of the groups. It's up near Notre Dame and there's the gospel choir singing. Oh, wow. It looks really good. My friend's in the choir. So they're on about 4:15, I think, the gospel choir. It starts at 2 till 10. But then after them, there's if you like music, Paul, there's a band called Caution Collective. Let's come gently to the other side. There's some great musicians. Honestly, it's really worth it. There's a great singer called Misha Safi. And they're about £9 tickets, that's it. Oh God, I forgot I've got to put this on. Well, I don't have to, do I? But, okay, so try and keep the legs straight. Oh, you can bend if you want. Oh, we're doing clam first, sorry lovelies. So heel in line with the bottom. So make sure that you've got control of the hips and you're not rocking backwards. So again, lift and lower. one's feeling better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Is that your right though, you're lifting?
It's my left.
Left, same as me, yeah. Can't work it out, yeah. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then just flip it down. Soften that front knee. And just lift, or you can leave it actually like that. Lift and lower. Lift, so keep that waist lifted, hips nice and level. These are so much harder with this one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then soften the front knee, lift up that bottom waist, glutes of steel, and circle. Doesn't sound as good as buns of steel, does it? Very glutes, isn't it? Oh. I've been teaching a girl for about a year, and then one day in class she went, you know, you keep talking about glutes, what are glutes? I'm like, they're your bottom! And then circle back. 4, 7. Just think how good that stretch is going to feel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Beautiful. Oh. And just take it on. Lift away. I'm not following my own advice, guys, whereas the stretch should feel mild discomfort. So I'm just going to rock mine a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And before we just do a little bit of hip extension, we won't do loads because we have worked our glutes quite hard. We'll just use the band just to stretch out the calf and hamstring. So just take that. You should be all right with that one, Paul. It should stretch, yeah. They don't look like they will, but they're pretty good. And then just flex, hold that calf stretch as the toes come towards you. And then point away. And then flex. And point away. 2 more. Flex. And away. Last one. Flex. And away. And then bring it into flexion and just do it into that inversion, eversion. So you're just turning the foot. Try not to move the leg. Again, this one can feel a little bit kind of not painful, but quite nervy when you're taking the foot in and out. So it's flossing that sciatic nerve area. And then again, just take the leg in, and again, just rocking it, just releasing it. We're not holding it. Good. And then just bring it back into the same hand and just gently bring the leg out. Try and keep your bum on the floor there. Just a nice inner thigh stretch. And then back to centre. And then the other side. Again, just flex and point. Keep going, flex and point. I don't know if she's actually coming out or not. I better put my bed on just in case. And then in and out, in, out, in. Really important to keep that ankle joint open. Try not to jam the joints. And then just across and back. And and then just out to the side. My bed's in my way, doesn't matter, but just obviously. Well done. Back to centre. And just before we turn over, just to do a little bit of hip extension, let's just do 4 mobility bridges. So walk your feet a little bit closer to your bottom, hip distance apart, make sure your feet are very firmly into the mat to activate the pelvic floor, and gently roll the lower back into the mat and start lifting up into your bridge, knees forward. Take a beautiful in-breath and slowly down. Beautiful. Let's go again. Gentle imprint, lifting up. Breath in and lower. And again. Lower. Beautiful. Last one. Gorgeous. And then just arms out to capital T. Just take a couple of little supine spines. Just knees in one direction and to the other. Two more. Beautiful. Well done, guys. And then just before we finish, let's come over onto our 4-point needle again. Wrists feel really comfortable when you're on them after ages, but then once you've left them, they're fine again, so they should feel absolutely fine. Spreading the toes, not the toes, the fingers. Take your right leg back, draw the belly in. Remember, just lift the leg to where you feel that your hips are really nice and level and looking down, not tilting. And all we're going to do, because we've done loads, we're just going to pulse for 12, 11, 10, 9, push the mat away, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to bring it into hamstring curl for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just push up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that leg back, come into that plank position to come up into a downward long dog again, and then turn the heels towards the floor. Hold. Beautiful. Back to centre, back down on the knees, to go to the other side again. Draw the tummy in, push the mat, hands into the mat, lift the breastbone, draw the belly in to hip distance and then lift. 12. Hamstring curl. Hold it in, flex the foot, draw the belly in, still lift up. 10. Well done. Back into plank, lift it back into your long downward dog, finding that space again in the spine. Breath in. And out. In into 4-point kneeling, flatten your feet, and then again bring your elbows back, chin and chest to ground, reach up again into upward dog, take a breath in. One more. Tuck your toes, and again into downward dog. Walk the hands that little bit further backwards, and then again, just so you're getting your heels further down, just hold or get up however you feel comfortable, guys. If you don't want to come up into a roll-up position, then that's absolutely fine. Just take your time and get up to standing. Yeah, very good. Enjoy that.
Thank you.